Okay, yard fanatics, welcome back to Bermuda Grass Central. This is your host BYD, and right now this is mid-May. A couple of things you should know. If you are taking care of your Bermuda lawn, if you're gonna have a cookout or something on Memorial Day, it's best to go ahead and get down your fertilizer now. What I mean by fertilizer, I mean by your mill organite. All right, I'm gonna put my mill organite down today, but right now I'm just showing you the condition of the yard. Like I said, did a video about this, and like I said, this would be the last place to green up in my lawn because I have a brick wall, plus I have shade from these trees that I'll be fighting the whole time. All right. Now, if you look at my backyard, remember what I said. That part where you see my finger, that line all the way down, is where BYD actually planted his own grass. If you guys are wanting to know what happened with the overseeding project, keep two things in mind. When I did that overseeding, I did it way ahead of time. And I did it ahead of time because I had to get that video out so you guys would know what to do when it's time to do it. In the video, I stated that temps need to be 85 plus, and Bermuda basically starts to grow mid-May through June is the best time to overseed. All right. Now I'm walking the property. Do I see any spots, new seeds? No. A couple of things happened. Had two horrific rainstorms and basically washed all the seeds again down there. All that bare area. That's why I'm getting all that shade, guys. But from a distance, okay, yard fanatics, hopefully this gimbal will start back working correctly. But yeah, cutting your grass, if you're cutting it weekly, like I said, you should be on a low nitrogen program. And what I mean by low nitrogen, I mean like milorganite low, if it's so-called organic, or if it's a synthetic, anything 25 first number nitrogen and under will be considered a low number for as a low nitrogen program. If you're going anything in the 30s, then you need to be cutting it twice a week. Right now I'm cutting mine between every 4 days. If I get rain, maybe 5 days, but I'm trying to keep it cut at least twice a week, which means I might cut it 3 days and then 4 days. Cutting height for your Bermuda lawn right now should be at 1 inch. No higher, guys. I know some of you guys who are just tuning into the channel, you're like, man, I've been cutting my Bermuda grass at like 4 inches, like forever. What is this guy talking about? But the proper cutting height for a Bermuda lawn is 1 inch or lower. All right. Now, if you look at the lawn, see it's coming out of dormancy pretty good. If your lawn's still looking like this, where you got light brown spots and you know that whitish looking color, eventually that's going to go away if you are on a true fertilization program. It means you're fertilizing it like you're supposed to and you're cutting it like you're supposed to. If you're not doing any of those, then yeah, you may be in trouble. Now you may see some guys on YouTube showing their yard complete. Yeah, the guys might be showing their grass completely green right now, and in some cases, yeah, that is true. If you scalped your lawn, you have a better chance of getting an earlier green up than you do if you didn't scalp your lawn. Right now, my lawn is at roughly 1.5 inches, an inch. And one thing, if I could show you guys, it may be hard to see, but from this part on over was cut with the Fiskars Real Mower. From this part on over here was cut with my rotary mower. It's cut at 1.5 inches right there, 1.5 inches over there. And the part that's out here near the curb, that was cut at 1 inch. Is it a difference using that real mower? Yes, you will get a better cut with a real mower. but I am not about to cut 17,000 square feet with a real mower. Guys, there will be a video coming for this Fiskars 18-inch REEL mower. Have I had success with it? You'll have to watch the video to find out. That's all I'm gonna give you about that real mower right now. Picked it up on Amazon. I think it was $175 at the time that I bought it. It may have went up since the season has got here. Actually, guys, I reached out to Fiskars and they basically laughed at me, told me that you know, Bermuda Grass Central, your station is kind of puny right now. You just started. You know, we don't really fool with the new jacks, but I don't plan on being a new jack soon. And if this thing is trash, I am going to tell the world. Just understand that. Review coming on that later on, though. All right, guys, back to this lawn. Now, once you, like I said, what I like to do is stick edge it first. I like to cut it second. Then I like to come back and weed eat, what I call give my lawn a fade. As a matter of fact, let me show you. This is gonna be a live demonstration of the lawn fade. Okay, guys, look. This is the lawn fade. I'm gonna fade all the way down and all the way up. BYD Jr. is gonna record it. Closer. And guys, what I'm trying to do is once I stick edge that line and I cut my grass, I want to go back and get the little corners to knock off any loose ends that may be standing up so it'll look really perfect. All right, check it out. Catch that down there, BYD Jr. Some of you newbies, take your time doing it until you get used to your stick edger, your weed eater. You guys who've been doing it for a while, you'll probably go real fast. But like I said once before, stick edge your yard with a stick edger. Do not weed eat your line straight. I know you see the pros doing it, but even some of the pros are not pros at doing it. They just see other pros doing it and they think that they can do it. You create a gap between, come down here. You create a gap that can be anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches to 3 inches. And every time they weed eat it, they kind of bend. If they're weed eating it at an angle, all they're doing is cutting dirt out of the ground. Each and every time they come back, it's gonna keep going further and further back. It's like an old man losing his hair. The hairline is gonna keep going so far back till it's gonna be jacked up. Always use a stick edger for the newbies. That goes for the pros too, but you know, you can make that decision. Now, you saw me smooth that out, and it just gives it a real good look when you finish with it. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and do it again, but I want you to see this in slow motion. Okay, that, my friends, that is what we call the Bermuda lawn fade. Got that directly from BYD. Why you laughing? BYD Jr. just shook his head like, man, you gotta be kidding me. But no, I'm for real. That's called the Bermuda lawn fade, and you got it from BYD. All right, guys, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's mid-May. 90% of your weeds should be gone by now. If they're not, then yeah, you need to go ahead and treat them ASAP. If your yard is still full of them, treat the whole yard again for weeds. But guys, you do not want to be treating your entire yard for weeds when these temperatures start to get close to the 90-degree mark. If you have a few weeds, spot treat them like a pro. There should be a video link somewhere up there. Click on it, you can go to that. But this is where you should be at with your lawn right now. Like I said, you should be cutting it once a week, bi-weekly if you're on a high nitrogen program. You should be mulching if you want to save time. It's not necessary to mulch, but I would go ahead and recommend it, because ever since I started mulching, I save a whole lot of time. Cutting my yard bi-weekly, I'm cutting it a whole lot faster than I would if I was cutting it every 2 weeks. Generally, it takes me about 40 minutes, 45 minutes to do my entire yard. That's to cut it, edge it, trim it up, do a little weed eating, blowing, trim my hedges. But the program I'm on now is taking me roughly about 25 to 30, 35 minutes. So I save about 15, 20 minutes per cut. So let's just multiply that times 3 times. That's a whole hour I've saved off my lawn that month, cutting it bi-weekly. Now you're saying, but you're actually spending more time cutting it. Yes, I'm overall I may spend a little bit more time cutting it, but as far as going out and cutting it that one time, I'm getting it done a whole lot faster, which means you have more time to spend with your family, do whatever else you need to do, wash your car, all that good stuff. Put down your first Milorganite fertilization now. All right, make sure you get that down now. It's mid-May, get it down now. That's pretty much it for your spring tips, early spring tips for your Bermuda lawn. And guys, just remember one thing. You are tuned into Bermuda Grass Central with BYD. This is Michael Bowman, and I'll talk to you soon.